unfortunate, really, and just experienced players too. So it creates opportunity, and it makes us exposes our younger players a bit earlier than probably what we thought. But that's a good thing in a way. They'll get games into them, and they're showing signs. I think the kids have been really good.
If you could pick three blokes you'd least want to lose to injury, would it be Rich, Hanley and Leuenberger?
Yeah, I think so, for your balance of your team and what they add. Yeah, definitely.
What are you expecting from Richmond? They're obviously pretty desperate as well.
Yeah, they've had a slow start. They were finalists last year, so clearly that they wouldn't be happy where they're at, and they'll come up here and expect to win, I would think. So what can you say about the opposition? On their day, they're a very good side. Their form's been down, but I think it'll be a tough game for us.
How much do those injuries throw out the way you want to play? We know Leopard wanted to Rockman. That's going to be tricky now. We ball user from the back half, and you've lost a couple of those. How much does it upset the way you can justify?
Yeah, I think with your game plan, you're always impacted on by the loss of certain players and the things you mentioned there. But it's a confidence thing, I think, with our game plan. We've just got to just take the game on, regardless of the personnel, and try and do what Justin's been coaching all through the summer. And the first two games were very encouraging in the way we went about it. The last two games, clearly haven't. So we try to tell the boys that just go for it, do the things we want you to do. There's no punishment for effort or trying to do it. So hopefully that'll create a difference this week.
So you sort of want to break the shackles and let them play sort of freely, I suppose.
Yeah, it's not so much freely, but just when we got the ball, that we've got an offensive way of moving the ball. So we emphasise that, and obviously the other parts of the game, when you haven't got it, you got to defend in a particular way. And stoppages are stoppages, it's contests. So you keep going over the same old things and the same old game plan, and we haven't changed anything. But in the end, it's up to the players when they're out here to take it on themselves to just go for it.
Have you reiterated the whole red time sort of lapses too, Schwab? I think it's over 200 points you've conceded in red time so far this year.
I mean, that's a significant factor for us, and we're well aware of it. We've really emphasised it against Gold Coast, and we got a good result for 3 quarters, and in 1 quarter we didn't. And then last week was probably against an outstanding team in Port Adelaide. It just didn't factor in.
Is it a fitness thing, or is it just a concentration thing? What do you put it down to?
I don't think it's fitness. I think pretty much the players are fit. I think it's a bit of everything. It's confidence. It's concentration. It's not being able to stop a flow from the opposition. And that comes down to players. Comes back to the middle every time. So what happens in there is pretty critical.
On confidence, you've got a younger and younger list.
Yeah.
What's the mood like? Not just the fact that the win-loss ratio, but senior players that are supposed to.
Surprisingly enough, in this game, you don't have a lot of time to sit back. We're working hard. The players are working hard. They move from 1 week to the next week really quickly. We review the game. We look at where we went well, hopefully, but obviously where we need to improve, and then we just get down to work again. So you've got to be resilient in this game. Look, as a coaching group, I think we can win tomorrow night. I think the players probably deep down, might have some doubts because they haven't won, but I think they know that it's another opportunity for them. Right? I think Ross Lyon said it's never as bad or it's never as good as it quite seems. So at the moment, everyone thinks it looks terrible for us, but we're quietly confident that we'll get through it and we'll improve and get better.
How much of a help is it with Justin, obviously, sort of intimate knowledge of Richmond off his past?
I think it helps, and Luke McGuan knows them. It's just that the opposition a little bit better than anyone else. He knows their personalities and what their capabilities are, but at the same time, we've got to make sure we play well.
I guess that Collingwood showed last week that if you put a tight tag on Fortune, that's been talked about a lot. Is that something you guys would look at and think that maybe they had some success there, you could do similar?
Yeah, I think the unfortunate thing for Trent is that he's always going to be the number 1 player for Richmond's midfield that you look at, so he will get the attention. So he would expect that. As I guess you look at up the other end, Rewalt's the number one forward for them, so you try and stop Rewalt, and then they're probably the two key players I would have thought in Richmond's team at the moment.
Do you think there might be a negative effect about the amount of press put on the tagging of coaching that the umpires might be watching it more?
Oh, I'm sure they'll be looking, and if there's free kicks, they'll pay free kicks. But there's not much. You just got to play within the laws of the game and let the umpires umpire, and then see how it goes from there.
How's the dynamics in the coaching box going? Probably so far you've had a month together.
Yeah, no, I think we're going well. I think we're understanding how Justin wants us to operate in there, and it's all starting to gel. It's a good coaching group. I think everyone's works together pretty well. Yeah.